So I want to talk to you, gang, about communication is not just good customer service. Let me explain. There is something I want you to pay real attention to, and that's overly communicating with your clients, your customers, etc. I think businesses in general think that communication is something that is for customer service. And if you provide good customer service, that's a good thing, but that's not your business. Your business is selling whatever your product is. So for real estate professionals, what we do is we list and sell real estate. We help buyers find real estate. That's our job. So thinking about communication or thinking about customer service is like this separate extra thing. And I'm going to suggest it's not a separate, different thing. It is the thing. I want you to get really clear on this concept. I'm going to use an analogy. Let's pretend that, actually, I'll tell you a story. So I paid for a company to do this, what's it called? It's not called mitigation, where you can accelerate the depreciation on a piece of real estate. So usually what you do when you buy a piece of real estate, it's depreciated over 27 and a half years. But there is a way to take a house and you can actually accelerate the depreciation over just a few years. It's an expensive, complicated process to do, but the tax savings for somebody that buys a lot of or has a lot of cash, it helps offset their real estate taxes. Okay. I hired this company to do that. I paid them a few $1,000s, and watch this. So I did this a month ago, paid this company, uploaded documents, a few $1,000s, and I haven't heard from them. So it's been about a month. I think I've heard from them one time. But what I get on a weekly basis, 2 to 3 times a week, this company emails me saying, hey, do you want to refer us to your friends, to your family? We can help them. 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm getting 2 to 3 times a week asking me for more business, yet I haven't heard from my person for a month. So I sent them an email today saying, hey, listen, imagine if you ordered this wonderful steak and you're in this expensive restaurant and you're waiting for your steak to come to your table, but time keeps going by, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and you still haven't gotten your food. But during that hour, the maitre d' comes over every 10 minutes asking for me to give him a really positive review on Yelp. Does that make any sense? Am I going to give a positive review? Because when you're asking me 2 to 3 times a week to refer business to you when I haven't even heard from you on my file, that's not good customer service. Not a good idea. Hang on one second here. Let me just. Okay. So here's the problem that this company is not recognizing, is that what they should be doing is staying on top of me on a weekly basis saying, Darryl, here's the timeline. Here's what we're doing with your file. Here's how it's progressing. Here's the update. In other words, gang, communication is the business that we're in. You can never over communicate too much, because what happens, you have to assume that everybody that you're working with, whether it's a new listing, whether it's a buyer, that they're questioning the decision of the hiring. When they hired you, they're questioning, did I make the right decision? Is she going to do the job that I need her to do? Is he going to be responsive? So if these questions are not answered, if you don't keep letting them know, hey, you made the right decision, I'm working, here's what I'm doing, I'm updating you, you're going to start to lose the trust and the relationship is going to break down. Every business relationship is like a marriage. You don't say I do, and that sucker is going to work out by itself for the next 100 years. You have to keep recommitting to that relationship. You've got to keep helping and building that relationship, letting the person know that you married and that who married you, that they made the right decision when they said, yes, I do. And the same is true of real estate. That when you have a client, whether it's a buyer or a seller, you need to keep letting them know, hey, you made the right decision. I'm staying on top of this. I'm thinking about you. I'm always there for you. Power agents, how is our customer service for you? Do we over communicate? Do we take care of you? And this is what I need you to do with your buyers and sellers as well. I put an offer. There's an agent thank you, Paul. There's an agent, I won't mention their name because they're a power agent. I gave them, they had several properties. I gave them several offers on these several properties. And weeks have gone by. I haven't heard any update on those offers whatsoever. Now, obviously, the offers haven't been accepted. Obviously, it doesn't work for the seller, but that's not the problem. The problem is that I don't know. The problem is I haven't been communicated. The problem is I have to make up stories in my mind. I think, is they too busy for me? Did they make the offer? Because I don't know. So anything I'm going to do is I'm going to make it up. And sometimes what our buyers and sellers, what they make up to the question that they have about the work you're doing is usually not a positive answer. You do not want your buyers or sellers answering the question, what are you doing for them? You need to tell them on a regular basis. I had this one business coach guy that I knew. Anytime I would call him, there was no schedule. I would call him, he'd call me. Right. Every time I called him, if it went to voicemail, when he finally called me back, the first thing, every time he would apologize for missing my call. At one point, I said, hey, listen, you don't have to apologize. I know who you are. I know you care. I know you're committed. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I know you'll get to me when you can. Even after I said that, he would still always apologize as if he should have been there I'm sorry, I missed your call. It's just good customer service, good communication. It shows people that they made the right decision. Anyway, I hope this helped you and it makes sense. Please, this week, stay focused on you can never over communicate to a client. I told this to my son, and I'm going to end it on this. I always raise my son. Whenever we go somewhere, he would say, "What should I wear?" I say, "Listen, hang on one second. You can never be too overdressed. I'd rather you be the best dressed man in the room than the worst. You can never be overdressed, but you can be underdressed." So same as when it comes to communication. You can never over communicate, but you can under communicate. And when you under communicate with your buyers and your sellers, the relationship starts to fall apart in a big way. Because then they think you don't care about them. They think you're not really doing what they hired you to do. They think you're being sloppy, blah, blah. It's horrible what they'll do with your lack of communication. All right. I hope that helped you. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Please stay safe, stay focused, and don't forget to keep smiling.